There is nothing to be displeased about. A majority of the content in the previous budget are back in the next budget. So a person who is in favor of the budget a year ago has no reason to be against it. However, the question is whether the proposals made in the previous budget are not practically executed and were not practically executed can be introduced again. And it can be justified. At the same time, the only option given to raise state revenue is to increase taxes and private state assets. Therefore, the only way the government sees it fit to breach the deficit is to increase taxes, sell assets and borrow more. We faced allegations in the past that we borrowed for development programs. If the borrowing of the state do not lead to the development of infrastructure, what is the purpose of borrowing? Accordingly, concerns will mount among the people as to whether this program will allow for the country to alleviate itself from the debt burden. On the other hand, if we are to increase state sector revenue, we believe that we need to develop a production-based economy and increase our exports. We need to develop the tourism sector and we need to support the entrepreneurs. However, our concern is what is the program the government will put in place to increase state revenue, generate employment opportunities, attract investments to the country, while also strengthening the rural economy to generate more jobs. The President and the government must be able to understand how to execute these budget proposals. Will these budget proposals be implemented or will they be limited to a speech? Then again, all these proposals will come into effect from April next year. That is an election year. Therefore, is this something done targeting the election, or is this a genuine effort to support the people? I say this because taxes will be increased from January next year. The salaries will be increased from April next year, only for the state sector. I do not think the private sector can afford to increase salaries, given the amount of taxes that are imposed. It is clear that this budget has not paved any way out of the crisis that is experienced in the country.